Yes. Hello. It's me. Yeah. I goofed. It was going well for a week. I can't really remember what happened. It was too long ago. I just stopped. I should have done this a long time ago, and I kept thinking about it, but I can't remember what happened. Because I was doing well. I was happy I was doing well. I was feeling very good in life. And then I stopped. I can't remember enough about why, so respawn! And I use the term respawn because I'm actually going to be following Nerd Fitness. It's an online thing that I paid for a very long time ago. It's one of those things where you buy into it and that's it, you got it for life. So I'm going to be following that trend, and eventually I'll be following it properly, like 100%. But for now, I'm just going to follow the first basic steps, whilst using up. I've still got a bunch remaining. Whilst using up my remaining, where is it? There we are. Whilst using up my remaining Huel. So that should be enough for about a week, maybe 2 weeks, depending on how often I have the milkshakes. So, yeah, I don't have any actual time period. My work is an interesting situation because the people are good, money side is good, but the actual content of the work itself doesn't agree with me, and I'm struggling to try to pick it up. But I kind of wonder if that's because of my mental state. So I'm hoping that if I focus on the diet a little bit and the exercise and sort myself out privately in home life, that will bleed into my mental state and work, and everything will click. But it's also a very busy time. It's Christmas time. That's very hectic and busy at this moment in time where I'm working. So we're gonna have to sit around and wait. I do plan to. I just need to kind of document and do a lot of things. I'm noticing that I'm spending a lot of time playing games, and unfortunately the escapism is no longer there because I find myself doing the same things. I'm noticing it, and it's weird. I need to... Like, games are literally the only thing I have left alongside my eating. I'm going to be eliminating eating, so I can't really eliminate my games, otherwise I don't think it'll work. But at the same time, I need to eliminate some portion of games because life is going to be like that. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Yeah. It is going to be interesting, to say the least. So I'm going to be focusing a lot on... I need to focus on me a lot more, for whatever that means. I need to figure out what that is, and also need to start doing things here. I've recently come across some decent things in my private life, which should be good. I have the necessary tools to, at the very least, play around with YouTube videos. So I may as well give that a try. I spent a bit of time staring at everyone's Patreon on YouTube, and some people, it's ridiculous, the things, because you have some people who have X amount of subscribers, but then a bunch of you go on Patreon and they're making ridiculous amount of money. Then you have other people where they've got even loads more subscribers, but hardly any on Patreon. But the thing is, Patreon is one of those things where it's guaranteed money monthly, because you know what you're getting with Patreon. And for that, it kind of paints a very clear direction of which you need to do when you create a YouTube channel. It basically it requires you to say, which route am I going to go down here? On the one hand, I've got the safe YouTube ad revenue and sponsorship deals. On the other hand, there you go. On the other hand, I've got the Patreon and keeping them happy, the fans overly happy. One leads to being more I suppose sustainable, I guess, than the other one. Because on this one, with YouTube, you're basically playing by their rules, and as a result, the rules change all the time. Whereas with Patreon, it's a lot kinder, in the sense that they've pledged to give you a little bit of money because they like you. That's just how it is. There's nothing extra about it. They're giving you this money every month because they want to see more of you. There's nothing more than a pure sort of support than that. That's why it's more. Patreon, I believe, is the best way you can possibly show that you care for a content creator online than subscribing or anything else. Obviously, consuming whatever they're creating is the best way to show that you like it, and commenting and showing that you're enjoying it and giving feedback. That's obviously the best way you can, because a lot of the time, if you create something, you send it out, and personally, I remember doing it a whole bunch of years back on a different channel. But you create something, you send it out, and you wonder, am I going to get anything? Is this good, bad, ugly? What's going on? So it is interesting. I'm thinking of doing the Let's Plays that I've been putting off for a while. Because obviously Nerd Fitness is obviously what I'm going to be using to set myself up health-wise. But it also looks at the whole picture, and I can set goals for that. And for me, that'll be creating, and it'll be creating YouTube videos or whatever have you. I've got the 3-channel idea, which I might make a new video on, just to prove that this is my plan all along, sort of thing. But for now, this is just going to say that, once again, just like every other video on there, this is an update to say I've failed again, and I'm restarting again. I'm saying that, but I'm currently sitting next to a bag full of treats. So, tomorrow's not going to be a great day. I could throw it all away. I should throw it all away. But saying, I don't know. You'll find out tomorrow, I suppose. The plan is to somewhat be okay tomorrow. I don't think I'm at the stage where I can do that. I want to use up my remaining Huel, and I want to be somewhat realistic about the way it works. The reason why it worked so well before, I think, was because I wasn't going completely cold turkey. I was still having crisps every now and again, and I was still giving myself pepperami every time I came home. I'm a bit like a dog or a pet that way. I've got to promise myself treats, otherwise I won't do the trick. So at the present time, I am going to be restarting the diet. Even though it's not actually a diet, it's just more using whatever I've got around me at the present time. I'll say present time one more time, because I haven't said present or time too many times. Present time. Yeah. Yeah. I could edit this video, I suppose, but I'm just going to put it up on YouTube, which does make me wonder why I bothered to record it on here. I guess it's to make sure this still works all right, because this is going to be quite important. And that I did toy with the idea of using like a 2D like creature thing, but for Heckham, the channel Heckham, I don't think that's going to be necessary. Like, I'll cut it up and I'll use this in separate thing, but essentially my 3 YouTube channel idea is to have this channel, Heckham, as my vlog channel. This is me, Sam Bradshaw. This is all about me, my thoughts, and just life in general, I suppose, and following my transformation on health. The second channel currently exists, but is underdeveloped, is Sir Nooblington, and that's going to be the gaming side. That's where you want what I go into as gaming. And the third channel will be the nerdy slime, or the geeky slime, is the name idea, because then that's where I'm going to be reviewing shows, sharing my opinions on a lot of anime, nerdy stuff like Grimm, TV shows, Star Trek, Star Wars, whatever have you. Just nerd stuff in general, and my opinion on it. Almost like a review channel. My logic between this... My logic behind this is following what MatPat has actually done with his channels. In the past, people have talked about how the YouTube algorithm puts your channel into a category. So having a variety channel isn't really going to work, because that means the right people won't see your stuff. So the goal is, for the vlogs and health fitness thing, Heckham is perfect, because that will go into that category, and people who are looking for other people who are going through that, who want to see stories about people who are changing or improving themselves, that's their content. That's why they watch YouTube. But Sir Nooblington is going to be a gamer, just playing games, doing let's plays, and people looking for that sort of stuff will automatically go there. And likewise, people looking for anime reviews or nerdy TV show reviews will look at the geeky slime. But then that's where the crossover part comes over, because if they actually like me and like the person behind each channel, then they might cross over to each of my other ones. And that's why, and this has also kind of come out of why I had to rename my Twitch as Heckham the Slime, because well, basically I was with a bunch of other people. They started streaming on Twitch, and I couldn't be bothered to say, oh yeah, my Twitch name is Sir Nooblington, but my other name's Heckham, and blah blah blah. It's weird, but I've changed it. I don't know. It's all up here at the moment. I haven't really started, because there's also, I want to start writing as well, because that's something I think I might have a chance at. But it's all for naught if I don't actually try it, because I can make this video. I can do the minimal amount of editing necessary to get it to a meh level. I can post it, and I won't fan it around. But that's not gonna change my life. All these other YouTube channels, they got to the stage they're at through years, and I mean years, of effort, years of work. And I think I've forgotten that over the years. I fell into quite fortuitous situations. So I think I've forgotten about hard work. Yeah. So we'll change that. But yeah, at the moment there's no grand plan. I'm going to go through Nerd Fitness, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, because I think tomorrow's going to be a write-off anyway for the diet wires. I don't know. Like I said, work's stressful. Peace.